Here we are. Hey there, everybody. This is Tommy G.
And PJ.
And we're on the road here. We're in beautiful San Diego. A nice night game here. We're going to go up against the Moonstars. The Freebooters have their backs against the wall, with the Moonstars jumping out at a close win, the last one with a 1-0 lead. The Moonstars only need one more win to get to the finals, so the Freebooters they need to do 2 straight. But we're not thinking too far ahead. We just got to think one game at a time, PJ. And what are they going to need to do for this game?
They're going to have to clean up the mistakes, Tommy G. The first game against the Moonstars was riddled with mistakes, whether it was at the plate, or on the mound, or on the base paths. There was a lot of mistakes made. So we've seen this team, though. We've seen this team kind of go through these moments and then rally to come back. So I have high hopes that it will happen again, Tom.
I do. I as well. So let me back out here. We got to look at one other score from around the game here. We're going to go back and see what happened with the Bee-Wolves and the Buzzards.
Oh! Fan. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it kind of popped up. It's removing insolent fan. I'm like, what?
How about that?
But the Bee-Wolves will not be in the championship, Tom. What's going on here?
I thought that was a foregone conclusion. I
did too. That one's a tight one, though. First one, the Buzzards are all over the Bee-Wolves.
Yeah, and those 2 games, I mean, the Bee-Wolves it wasn't like they didn't put runs on the board. They got 9 runs in 2 games, but outplayed by the Buzzards. Not taking anything away from them. The Buzzards are, they're at their second place in that conference, so the Buzzards are going to be the team who's going to face the winner of this Moonstars Freebooters series.
That's it. Wow, yeah, that guy's shocked. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. But like you pointed out, the Buzzards are no slouch. It was just one of those things where the Bee-Wolves had such a great season. You thought for sure they would roll into the finals. But the Buzzards said no way. They said no way. And they eked out a win in that second game, 5-4.
And it's exciting to be so close to finals because there's no interconference play in this league during this series. So now with the only time the teams across conference are going to play is in the finals. So it'll be the first time the Buzzards go against either the Moonstars or the Freebooters, and we hope it's the Freebooters.
We do.
Turn things around pretty quick. We're looking at the stats at the beginning of the game. You want to talk anything about what we see on this main window here?
The Freebooters are being led by Winnie Noel on the bump. Guns Jackman and Stockton Woodman, I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words here, are having career playoffs. Stockton Brickhouse has been a solid performer. Jackman with hitting 444 with 2 home runs. Woodman also hitting 444 with a home run. And then Brickhouse rounding out the notable the Freebooters with a 333 average.
Stockton Woodman.
What?
Stockton Woodman.
Stockton Brickhouse, right? I still don't know their names.
And I'm sitting here drinking this breakfast at sea, so everything's funny.
Yeah, and it's delicious, but it's like
it's a kick in the pants.
14% alcohol. Yeah, it is. Over on the Moonstars, you got Alicia Woodrow, who the Freebooters have not seen her this year, so this will be the first time for them. She's 1-0 in the playoffs with a 0.00 ERA. So,
wow.
Yeah,
she's formidable. Look at that. Look at those stats.
Definitely. I mean, she's got to win. Winnie Noel has pitched in the playoffs as well. She did not get the win, but I believe it was in a winning effort. She's got a 3.86 ERA. So, there's some stuff there. Alicia Woodrow, I guess you would have to say, gets a little bit of the advantage. Herbert Hackman at third base and Gustav Gustafsson in left field are having career playoffs. Hackman at third hitting 333, Gustafsson in left field hitting 286 with 2 home runs, and then Rusty Bustum, a solid performer for the Moonstars over at first base, 235 with no home runs. So it's going to be a tight matchup. These Moonstars seem to have come out of nowhere. They got in as the 4th seed. They upset the 1st seed in the playoffs. They beat out the Blowfish in 3 games, And like we've been talking about, they were able to come into old El Viejo Stadium and take one from the Freebooters, putting the Freebooters on their heels.
Well,
Freebooters are going to have. Go ahead.
I was saying one of the things we're hoping for is the Moonstars lost their game in that last series at home, so maybe they're not as good at home. They're a little too relaxed. That's what we're hoping for. The Freebooters, and the Freebooters have beat them in San Diego before, so you know we got to hang our hat on what works for us.
Right, exactly right. And the reality too is coming off of that last game against the Wild Pigs, a must-have game, and the Freebooters exploded. I guess you could say there was maybe a little bit of a letdown as well. Freebooters might have walked in thinking they were going to just repeat the performance, and they got a pretty harsh wake-up call. But one of the other things we haven't talked about, Tommy G, is the loss of Oakley Stiffs with a meniscus tear.
Yeah, he is definitely out for this game. We're going to have to sub him in right field. Looks like we're going to pull in Nubs Wubbles for that. So Nubs
and
Wubbles,
hopefully
I'm sorry.
He'll be able to hit something.
yeah. Nubs Wubbles.
Well, his defense is good, but offensively, man, is he killing us.
Well, that would be a great time to turn it around. See great things. There's a couple other things we're looking at in the lineup that might want to get take a look at. First, Patience Evergreen she's tense. I don't know if they ever consider taking Patience out. Her backup would be Cash Basquette, who didn't have a bad regular season. So
she just didn't see a lot of time.
What do you think about Ms. Evergreen?
I guess I agree with probably pulling her because she has struggled through the first 4 games of the playoffs. She's hitting like 172. She's really struggled.
Yeah, maybe sitting
but
on
boy, it's hard.
I know. It's hard to pull her out. She's
exactly. Especially with the season she had. She was on fire all year long. Yeah, really carried this team, and you hate to pull that trigger because, like you said, any minute now she can start getting the bat on the ball. But
yeah, she's our George
Washington.
This
is all or nothing, I guess.
and but maybe sitting on the bench for a game in the playoffs, flips a switch in her.
Right.
Assuming we win,
we can always pull her in. Yeah, we can always pull her in later in the game if we need. If Basquette's really not doing it. So, I'd be willing to start without her.
Okay. And then there's one other item I think that's worth looking at. Rocky Backstop was put in for catcher in the last one. Now, Backstop's always a solid player, but Raines looks like he's back to his normal self. Although, I mean, Raines' big draw is his arm. It's better than Backstop's. Right. But even that, I don't know if Raines has been throwing anybody out at second.
He hasn't, but it's one of those things where he inches us closer to probably doing it.
Okay, all right. So you think we should put Raines back in?
If we can. Yeah, and again, Rocky Backstop, if we really get into a jam and we need to, I'd be happy pulling Rocky Backstop off of the bench because that's the role he's kind of used to playing. Whereas Raines is more of a starter.
Well, it looks like we got our starting lineup here in San Diego. It looks like we're going to start from left field with Cash Basquette, or Cache Basquette, whatever she had. But they ask her how she spells her, how to pronounce her name. Sturdy Woodman, who is locked in at first base. He's doing well. The Guns Jackman's also locked in. He's going to play shortstop. Stockton Brickhouse in center field. Murky Nubs Wubbles coming in again in relief of Oakley Stiffs, who, as Pete said, is a torn meniscus. So looks like Stiffs is out probably for the playoffs. Unfortunately, he's been such as, but he'll get the best seat in the house. There in the bullpen or in the dugout. Bad Hop Brown at third base. He's going to be in there, and Bad Hop is also locked in. Bad Hop lost a lot of. He was out for much of the regular season. Backstop came in for him actually at third base for quite some time. Bad Hop's back in his game. Walker Runs is on fire, and he's at second base there. And then we got Jermaine Raines, who's going to be back behind the plate. And Winnie Noel, again, the starting pitcher, not thrown any pitches in the last 3 games. She brings a 4-finger, 2-finger slider, and a changeup. It's a nice little rotation for her pitching order there.
Sounds good.
And
although it's Stockton Woodman, isn't it? Everybody's Stockton Woodman, Stockton Brickhouse.
Woodman Stockbridge. All right. They're sending us down to the field. Right. Making
Beautiful Colonial Plaza.
making a Frankenstein baseball player out of all the parts of other players.
There you go. I was thinking the next season we should make ourselves as players on the team as well.
Yeah. What do we call them? Ooh.
Pepe Benicio, Rusty Bustum, Herbert Hackman, Gustav Gustafson, Clubber Buff, Windy Wheels, Lackey Luster, Rodney Park, I believe it is, and A. Woodrow. So pretty much the same lineup we saw in the first game, Tom.
Yes, sir. The
Coming
crowd,
up in the top of the first, Case Basquette, Sturdy Woodman, and Guns Jackman.
the crowd here all showed up today to see their Moonstars make the finals. Hopefully we could do something about that.
Now batting, number 26.
That's right, it does. It looks like
the
they're at
left
capacity
fielder.
here. There's not an empty seat in the house. Basquette steps in. Hot smash to the shortstop. She's running it out. Throw to first for the out.
That was quick.
Basquette retired.
Number
Sturdy
22,
Woodman hitting
the first
444 with a
baseman.
home run. Sturdy Woodman's going to see if he's got a little patience here. Alicia Woodrow puts that one in. Oh, I thought it was a little high, but strike one. 0-1 the count. That one's a little bit low. Ball one. 1-1. Woodman gets it right back up to the mound and gets straight to the center fielder, Windy Wheels. He gets it to second, holds him up at first. Good single out.
Now batting.
Yes,
number
sir. Guns
27,
Jackman, the shortstop, stepping in. 444, 2 home runs, and 5 RBIs. Swing and a miss. First strike. Strike 2. Smash into left field for a single. Men at first and second with one out.
This is good so far.
Stepping in.
Now batting.
It
number
looks,
30,
yeah, good start,
the
good
center
start.
fielder.
Woody Brickhouse to play here. Alicia Woodrow throws out. Brickhouse gets all of that one, as I'm prone to say, and let's go deep to center field and off the wall. And they're gonna run everybody. They may get an out, but that's okay. They out at third, but the Hooters are on the board 1-0.
Now batting. Number
1-0.
4,
Murphy
the right
Nubswoggle
fielder.
stepping in. He's hitting 0 for the playoffs. Man on second, 2 outs, top of the first. Freebooters out to a 1-0 lead. That first pitch was outside, ball 1. Fouled off along the third baseline, just out of play. 1-1. Ball too low. Nubswoggle slows it down. Which comes in strike 2. 2-2. Smash.
Texas Leaguer.
Just over the shortstop into the outfield for a single. Then at first and third, 2
Now
outs.
batting.
Good start here so far.
Number
Pete
25,
Bad Hot Brown,
the
who's
third
locked in and
baseman.
hitting 529 with 2 home runs in the season, steps to the plate. The Moonstars didn't want to see this. That one is in his wheelhouse and he pushes it off right. Foul. 0-1 the count. That one comes inside, but it's in there. Strike 2. She's ahead 0-2 in the count. And he gets to that one, but it's going to be picked up by Venetia at second base, who throws to first for the third out.
All right, that's the way to start it. 4 hits and 1 run in the first inning for the Freebooters. Pepe Benicio, Rusty Bustum, and Herbert Hackman coming up against Windy Noel. All right, Tom. Good start. Good start.
Sorry, not the best,
Pepe
but good.
Benicio's hitting.
25, the second
Right,
baseman.
and we got the lead, which is what you want. Benicio's hitting 278 in the playoffs. First pitch. Got it. Okay, slow roller to the shortstop.
Now batting.
Had to
number
run in and pick that one
27,
up one-handed
the
and over to first base for the out.
And barely
Rusty
beat that one.
Bustum. Yeah, that was close. Too close. Rusty Bustum playing first base for the Moonstars today. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, Windy Noel with her second pitch of the game. Little outside. 1-1. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Freebooters with a 1-0 lead after a bit of an offensive showing in the first inning. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off along the third base line, way out of play. 2-2. Ball brings it in. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. All right. All right. 2 outs.
Number 22, the
Herbert
third
Hackman,
baseman.
third baseman, hitting 333 with 2 RBIs in the playoffs. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Bases are empty. First pitch is a little outside. Ball 1. Rising fastball, first strike, 1-1. Just caught the low outside corner for strike 2. Hackman in the hole. Pops it up into foul territory, out of play. 1-2 still. 2 outs. Pitch and swinging bunt that's picked up by the catcher. Throw to first for the 3rd out. Walker runs. Jermaine Raines and Winnie Noel stepping in against Alicia Woodrow, who's thrown 16 pitches in that first inning, Tom, and given up 4 hits. Her ERA is now 1.17.
Good
Now
start.
batting, number 23.
Yeah, Walker
the
runs,
second
stepping in with a
baseman.
467 batting average, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Smash to the first baseman who's taking it himself. It's a foot race, and the first baseman wins for the first
Now
out.
batting,
Jermaine
number
Raines.
13,
Jermaine
the
Raines
catcher.
is 200 in the playoffs. Not doing that great, but he's all right. He's back in here. That
Oh,
one's
no.
inside, but he bumps it a little bit to the shortstop. Rodney Parker picks it up and gets it to first. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, number 47, the pitcher.
Winnie Noel, the pitcher, steps in. She's got no battering average for this playoffs. First offering's a strike. Second one's inside, ball 1. 1-1. Swing and a minute, strike 2. Smash to the shortstop. He runs in to get it. Winnie Noel is just thrown out at first base for the 3rd out.
That was quick.
Gustav. Yes, that was a quick one, yeah. My finger slipped and I swung early. Gustav Gustafson, Clubber Buff, and Wendy Wheels coming up against Winnie Noel. She's got 11 pitches, 1 strikeout.
Now batting, number 23, the left fielder.
Gustafson.
Gustafson's doing very well. He's a power hitter. And you get by the look on his face, you can tell he means business. That is the right pitch to start with. That slider on the inside corner gets Gustav swinging. 0-1 the count. She's ahead. It's a low pressure situation. And it's just a little bit low on outside. We got an even count. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Freebooters. Gustafson's dangerous hitter for the Moonstars. And he's more power than contact, so he's dangerous. That one's inside, but it's going to make its way to Sturdy Woodman, who runs it down himself. First out.
Now batting, number 29, the catcher.
Clever Buff, on the other hand, is not doing that well now. He's a little bit tense, so Noel's going to use that to her advantage. Noel's throwing her 15th pitch, makes the delivery, gets that one right in there, but it's got movement on it. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. Noel's got this interesting sort of sidearm delivery, which kind of fools batters a little bit. Tries to get him going across there to the outside corner, but he doesn't go for it. 1-1 a count. Fooled him on that one. Low inside corner, and she's ahead in the count, 1-2. She's got room to play with here on Clever Buff, who's generally a power hitter. I don't know if I already said that or not. I may repeat myself, but I've been drinking a pretty strong beer here. Drink Quelch Light. Oh, he hits that one down the left field line, and it's going to... That was... Oh, good. That's foul ball. I'm thinking, what are they going to call that, PJ? He's halfway to first base before they called that one. Fooled him on that one. It's a low pitch, and he goes for it. Strike 3.
Now batting, number 11, the center
right.
fielder.
Winnie Wells hitting 267 with a home run in the playoffs. Wells is a contact hitter. He's not someone you want to mess around with. She comes high on that one, does Noel, on her 20th pitch, and he doesn't go for it. 1-0 the count. That one I thought was in there, a little curve, but didn't go for it. 2-0 the count. That one's inside. He's going to pop that one up to left field, but I think Basquette's going to get there, and she grabs it near the warning track at left field for the 3rd out.
Oh, I heard that sound and it was blood curdling.
Yeah.
Taste Basquette, Sturdy Woodman, and Guns Jackman coming up against Alicia Woodrow. Basquette's 0 for 1, Woodman and Jackman 1 for 1. So
Now batting,
we're getting back
number
around to the
26,
offensive
the left fielder.
part of the batting order.
All right, now
Taste
Basquette's
Basquette.
she's 0 for 1, but Basquette did things in the regular season that I liked. She watches the first one for strike. She swings at a high one there and gets it right to the first baseman, Rusty Busman, who runs it down for the first one.
Now
All
batting,
right.
number
Sturdy Woodman, 1
24,
for 1 with a
the
single.
first
He's hitting
baseman.
474 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Bases are clear, 1 out, top of the 3rd. Hot smash. Deep, deep, deep. And out of here.
Yeah.
All right. 439 feet. There was no doubt about that. Woodman's second home run and 4th RBI in the playoffs, giving the Freebooters a 2-0 lead.
Guns Jackman fouls that act. He's 1 for 1, hitting 474, I believe, in the home runs. Yeah, he's got patience to boot. He has 1-0 to count. The first one's a ball. That one's in his wheelhouse, but he hits it right to the third baseman, Rodney Park, who pitches it over to first. The second out.
Now batting, number 30.
Stockton Brickhouse 1 for 1 with a double and RBI so far today. He's hitting 375 in the playoffs. 2 outs, top of the third. Freebooters with a 2-0 lead. Count is 1-1. Strike 2. 1-2, 2 outs. That one's outside, 2-2. Evens up the count. Oh, just over the outside corner for strike 3. But they put another one on the board. Lackluster, Rodney Park, and Alicia Woodrow coming up for their first at bat. Noel's thrown 22 pitches with 2 strikeouts and an ERA of 2.7. Freebooters up 2-0.
They're going to have to get a little bit more, I think, to get them some space, because eventually the Moonstars are going to do something here.
That's right. Yeah, you want to keep pouring it on. That's for sure. Luster's hitting .093, I believe, in the playoffs. First offering's a strike. Second one's a little high and outside, ball 1. 1-1. Bottom of the third. Swing and a smash into center field. Lackluster with a single up the middle. Rodney Park, the shortstop, stepping in. He's hitting 308 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Luster's got a little bit of speed over there at first base, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pop, foul, on the first base side.
Oh, good dive there. Almost caught.
0-2. No outs. Swing, ground ball.
Second base. Oh, he waited too long. He waited. Oh.
I know, he hesitated. I don't know why. I hit the button almost immediately, but there was this hesitation.
That's all right.
All right, so slow roller to second baseman who flips the ball to second too late. Everybody was safe. Men on first and second with no outs. Bottom of the third. Noel pitches out for the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Alicia Woodrow, the pitcher, stepping in. She's in the batter's box now. Low outside corner for the second strike. 1-2. Noel pitches out a second time just to keep the runners even. 2-2. Fooled her completely. Strike 3 for the first out of the third inning.
Number 25.
Pepe Benicio plays second base. He's 0 for 1 on the day, hitting 263 for the playoffs. 1 out, bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Freebooters holding on to a 2-0 lead. But the Moonstars are knocking. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. Benicio's in the hole. 1 out. Fly, popped out. Foul ball along the first base line. 1-2. Noel's looking in. Brings the ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Winnie Noel has just helped herself out tremendously. 2 outs. Played the batter. Men at first and second with 2 outs, bottom of the third, hold on to a 2-0 lead. Rusty Bustum, the first baseman, is in. He watches the first one go by first. Called strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. 2 outs, bottom of the third. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. She struck out the side.
What an inning for Noel.
That is huge play.
2 players on the bag.
Noel.
They got it stranded.
I'm
2
telling
guys.
you. Nubs wobbles, Brown, and runs coming up for the Freebooters against Alicia Woodrow. Nubs wobbles 1 for 1 with a single, Tommy. He's hitting 500 in the playoffs. This guy's on fire.
He's awake, folks. That one's in there, and good
No.
grab by Woodrow at the mound. He gets it over the first quickly. That was close. Couldn't get past it.
Number 25.
Yeah, that looked too good to let go, but it should have. Bad hop Brown, 0 for 1. I know better. Smash into the hole. The second baseman picks it up. Bad Hop's hustling it. Oh, but he's thrown out of
2 pitches, 2 outs. That's
Two
not
quick
good.
outs.
But Walker runs, who's on fire, 0 for 1. He's hitting .438 in the playoffs. And Woodrow's throwing the 36th pitch right in there. It's a changeup for strike 1, 0-1 to count. That one's quick, but on the inside corner, she's a pitching machine. And he gets that one, but grabbed by Rodney Park, snared at shortstop at the 3rd out. Quick inning.
Yeah, we got to get her throwing more pitches. Herbert Hackman, Gustafson, and Clever Buff coming up for the Moonstars. Hackman 0 for 1, Gustafson 0 for 1, and Buff 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Batting, number 22.
Herbert Hackman, the
baseman.
3rd baseman. That's right. He's 0 for 1, hitting .313 in the playoffs. Hackman is generally a power hitter, so Noel's got to be careful where she puts the ball. She delivers. Ooh, that one's slider to the outside corner. He goes for it, misses. 0-1 the count. Noel's throwing over 40 pitches, or 42nd right there. He anticipated that one, but it's going to be okay. We're going to get him at first. It goes to Jackman at shortstop over the first. And the first pitch. Blah, 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 blah. Here comes Gustav Gustafsson. He's 0 for 1. He's hitting .267, but he hurt the Freebooters in that last game. A power hitter who's locked in. She's got to be careful. Ooh, gets a changeup on the outside corner. He swings and misses. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Freebooters. Low pressure situation. Noel Duke inside. That one's going to land in there. Is it? Stockton Brickhouse comes up in center field and grabs it. 2 outs. Way to go, Brickhouse.
Number 29, the catcher.
Clever Buff, who's tense, the catcher. He's 0 for 1, hitting .167. Buff is not having the best series so far. Noel knows it, and she throws it in there. Gets a slider, gets movement, starts inside, goes over the plate. He swings, misses. 0-1 the count. I can't stop talking, PJ. Here's their second shot. He anticipated that one, and it goes up the middle. So he's going to get on first and end his drought.
All right.
Runner at first with 2 outs. Whitney Wheels strolls to the plate. The center fielder, he's 0 for 1, hitting .250. So they're going to have to be careful with him. That one's inside, a little bit inside. He watches it come in, doesn't swing. 1-0 the count. Noel's patient, though. She throws outside. She's trying to get him to chase something. He's a good contact hitter. He doesn't have a whole lot of power. 2-0 to him. There's the steal, but he's going to get the toss to second base, and not in time. I made a mistake going to the wrong base. We should have gone to first. And now we got runners at first and second. It's a dangerous situation, except Lackey Luster is tense, and he hasn't been doing that well. So they just got to get him at first. He pops that one up, and that's going back, but Stockton Brickhouse is under it, waving him off, and he's going to end the side. Got out of another one with 2 players in the bag there, PJ.
Heart's palpitating there, Tommy G.
Wait.
Winnie Noel and Keish Basquet coming up in the top of the 5th. Alicia Woodrow's thrown 38 pitches with 1 strikeout, 5 hits, and an ERA of 1.96. Raines is 0 for 1 on the day. He's hitting .182 in the playoffs with 1 RBI. Woodrow's first offering's a strike. Swing and a miss on the second. 0-2. Raines is going to check the signals. That one's outside. 1-2. Fouled off along the first and third base line. Swing. Slow roller to the third baseman. Tries to run it out. Unfortunately, didn't have the speed. 1 out.
Winning Noel, the pitcher, she's 0 for 1 to plate here. The Freebooters got to do something because it's just a matter of time before the Moonstars put something on the board. Noel watches the first one come in. It's a strike, going 1 to count. The second one's a little bit inside, 1-1. That third one's on the inside corner, strike 2. But she's being patient. That one she swings at the last second, luckily. Pulls it foul, 1-2 to count. That one's in there. Noel hits it straight to the shortstop. Rodney Park was going to get her at first for the second. Come on, Booters.
Now batting, number 26.
Keish Basquet, the leadoff batter, stepping in. 0 for 2 on the day. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Booters with a 2-0 lead. The first offering from Woodrow's outside. Basquet got underneath it. Hopped up into right field. Caught by Lackey Luster for the 3rd out. Going into the bottom of the 5th, Rodney Park, Alicia Woodrow, Pepe Vinicio. Winnie Noel's thrown 50 pitches with 5 strikeouts and given up 2 hits. Her ERA is down to 2.08. 2.08.
Now batting
Rodney
number
Park, 0 for 1 on the
44,
day,
the shortstop.
hitting 286, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs in the playoffs. First one, swing and a miss, strike one. Oh. Park's playing shortstop for the Moonstars today. Little outside, evens up the count at 1-1. High fly ball into left.
Basket.
Caught at the warning track by Case Basket on the run. So Alicia Woodrow, the starting pitcher, steps in. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Still holding on to that 2-0 lead. The Freebooters are holding on. First offering by Noel gets past Woodrow for a strike. Swinging strike. Popped it up behind the plate.
Reigns grabs it.
Makes catch in foul territory for 2 outs.
Number 25.
Pepe Benicio is 0 for 2 on the day, hitting 250 for the playoffs. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Benicio's been very tense. Missed, strike 1. 0-1. Second offering, swing and a miss, strike 2. Benicio finds himself in a hole pretty quickly. Slow roller to the pitcher, picks it up, makes the throw to first base for the 3rd out, retired in the side.
1, 2, 3.
All right, there you go. Going into the 6th, Sturdy Woodman, 2 for 2 with a home run. Guns Jackman, 1 for 2, and Stockton Brickhouse, 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. Woodrow's thrown 50 pitches with a strikeout and 5 hits.
Now batting number 24.
Woodman, 2 for 2, home run, single, and an RBI, hitting 500 for the playoffs. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs.
Woodman is a monster tonight, folks. Oh, and he gets that one, but that was a lofter.
I am not getting any good wood on the ball.
Pop that
I
up
don't
to
know
Lackey
what.
Luster in right
Now
field. That was a
batting
quick out.
27. the
Yeah,
shortstop.
Guns Jackman, 1 for 2 with a single. He's hitting 450 in the playoffs with 2 home runs. First shot, foul ball along the first base line, just out of play. High, ball 1-1. Low, 2-1.
Oh,
Smashed. It's going. It's deep. It's caught. Back to the wall.
Now batting number
Gustafson
30.
in
Looked like
left
that was
field
going.
grabs the Stockton. Brickhouse 1 for 2 hitting 353. Brickhouse could do something. He just got to get on base. We got to get a run here. And he hits that straight to Rodney Park at shortstop.
I can't
for the
even
third
get
out.
on base.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
Brewers having a hard time getting hits here in the middle of the game, and pretty soon the Moonstars are going to do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Rusty Bustum 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Herbert Hackman 0 for 2. And Gustafson 0 for 2. And,
Now
we want to
batting
get some more
number
going, and
27,
I am
the
having
first
trouble.
baseman.
Bust him at first
Rusty
base.
Bustum.
Yeah, and he's, he's generally a contact hitter, but he's a little bit tense here recently. So Noel's hoping to do. Noel's throwing her 59th pitch there, gets a slider on the outside corner for strike 1. Noel's thrown almost 60 pitches, but she's still got some gas in the tank. Noel, she's an endurance pitcher. She's not just all looks, folks. She's and a grab by Bad Hop Brown on a slow
Nice
dinger to the
That's
third base side.
third baseman.
The first out. Herbert Hackman's 0 for 2 hitting 294. Hackman is a power hitter. So Noel's got to put movement on the ball here, make sure that he can't just tag something straight out. Gets a rising fastball there and he chases it. 0-1 the count. 2-0 Booters, bottom of the 6th. That one's low and inside, and boy does he get that. She's got to be careful going low to Herbert Hackman there. And she does go low again, but this time outside he doesn't chase it. She's 1-2. She's ahead in the count. She's got room to play. Throw low and away, but he grabs it right back to the mound. Noel's going to get him at first for the second out.
Now batting number 23. the left
Gustafson
fielder.
strolls the plate. He's 0 for 2 hitting 250, but the outfield is still going to. Their outfield is going to back up. They're going to go deep for him. Gustafson is a power hitter, and he, like I said before, he hurt the Booters last time he played him. Noel delivers low and away on the changeup. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. Noel's delivering her 66th pitch there on the inside corner, and Gustafson's ready to hit anything. He chases that one 0-2 the count. She's got ahead. She's going to deliver on this next one. That one gets hit straight to the first base, and he's gonna run it down himself for the third out.
All right, Tommy.
Good side.
That's the way to be.
Yep.
Murky Nubs wobbles 1 for 2. Bad Hop Brown and Walker runs both 0 for 2. Woodrow's thrown 56 pitches with 1 strikeout and 5 hits. As we head into the top of the 7th, Tommy.
Booters got to add some
Freebooters
runs here,
holding on
Pete.
to that. That's
4,
right. There's never
right
enough,
fielder.
but they are holding on to a 2-0 lead in the top of the 7th. Woodrow from the 7th is a ball high. Swing and a miss. Evens up to count 1-1.
Oh,
Check swing. Ball 2. A smash deep to left center. It's going. It's going.
Yeah.
It's out of here.
Nubs wobbles. Who would have thought?
Rookie Nubs wobbles. Turning on the offense here when we need it. 401 feet. That's Nubs wobbles' first home run and first RBI of the playoffs. Way to go, Murky.
That's what they
Number
needed right there,
25.
Pete. Bad Hop
Third
Brown
baseman.
strolls in after him, and he's locked in 0 for 2, hitting 474 on the season. Bad
Exactly.
Hop, what do you got to say for him? Crash! Let's go straight to that. The shortstop, Bobby Parker, goes down at first. All right, everybody back in your
Now
seats.
batting, number 23.
Walker
the
runs 0
second
for
baseman.
2, hitting 412 in the playoffs. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Top of the 7th. 1 out. Strike 1. Smash up the middle. It's a clean single.
All right. Jermaine
Okay.
Raines.
Now batting,
Main range.
number 13.
He's 0 for 2, hitting
the
167. He's got a player at first base. The Booters are in a good scoring position here. Raines watched the first one in there come for strike 1 to count. The second one, ball 2. Raines is going for third, and they're throwing it, and he's in safe. Raines gets the steal. Very nice. Oh, that one's inside strike 2. That's 2-2 to count. I'm sorry, I haven't been calling the counts here. Ooh, check swing. That's ball 3. Good patience there by Raines, who may walk. Nobody swings at that one. Hits it foul. 3-2 the count. Raines swings at that one. Hits it foul again. He's swinging at the good stuff. Alicia Woodrow's a pitching machine. That one's ball. Oh! Oh!
Now
I thought that was
batting,
ball
number
4, but
27,
Raines goes
the
down.
pitcher.
Strike 3.
Winnie Noel steps in. Got a man. 2 outs. Inside, brushback pitch.
No.
High fly ball into right field. Lackey Lester gets under it for the 3rd out. But we get another one on the board. 3-0. 7 hits for the Freebooters, 2 for the Moonstars. Clever Buff, Windy Wheels, and Lackey Lester coming in against Winnie Noel, who's thrown 67 pitches.
Now batting, number 29, the catcher.
All right, Clever Buff, the catcher, stepping in. Bottom of the 7th, Freebooters with a 3-0 lead over the Moonstars. First pitch fools him completely, and he watches it sail by for a called strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Swing and a strikeout. That is Winnie Noel's 6th
Now
strikeout of the
batting,
day.
Number 11,
3 pitches.
Windy
the
Wheels.
center fielder.
There you go. 3-pitch strikeout. Windy Wheels steps in. He's playing center field. First offering from Noel's a little high. Ball 1. 1-0. That one's in there for a called strike. 1-1. Fouled off along the third base line, out of play. 1-2. Wheels finds himself in the hole. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Swing and a strikeout. That's number 7. Noel's starting to get into autopilot
Now
here.
batting,
She's the
number
queen of the
10,
mound.
The right fielder.
There you go. Lackey Lester over in right field. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He's tense. Noel has picked up her 6th and 7th strikeout of the game here in the 7th inning. She seems to be getting stronger as the day goes on. First offering was a ball. Luster swings and a miss. 1-1. Strike 2 called. God bless you. Called second strike. Noel seems to be coming down with hay fever on the mound. 1-2. 2 outs. Little inside. 2-2. 2 out. Bottom of the 7th. Freebooters. I keep wanting to call us the Moonstars. Swing and a miss.
Hey-o.
That would be strikeout number 8. We're
the
looking
heck?
at numbers like, I was going to say, this is Ratherswell type
This
pitching
is some
here.
pitching we're getting here by the Booters.
Case Vasquez, Sturdy, Woodman, and Guns Jackman stepping in. Woodman was 2 for 3 with a home run. Alicia Woodrow's thrown 74 pitches.
Now batting number
She's got 2
26,
strikeouts. So
the
Case
left
Vasquez
fielder.
stepping in, the left fielder.
She's 0 for 3. She's not doing that great, but she can do things. Strike one there. Alicia Woodrow's losing some velocity on her pitches, and Vasquez taking account of that. It's 0-2 in the count, though. She gets that one, but it goes straight to the second baseman, Benicio, who's going to get her easy at first base for the first out. I don't think we're going to see much more of Alicia here in this inning, but Sturdy Woodman comes to the plate. There she goes.
Good call, Tommy. Lil Bumpton's coming in. Bumpton.
He was in the last game. He relieved in the last game.
Yes, he's their closing pitcher. He's got a 4-seam fastball on a slider. Yeah, so they're bringing him in. I have a feeling he won't be in for long, probably an inning, maybe an inning and a half. But he's stepping in against Sturdy Woodman, who's been having another great day at the plate. First offensive strike, second one's up the middle. Gets that into center field for a clean single. Upton's mojo has gone down.
Crowd's getting a little upset here. As Guns Jackman comes up. He's 1 for 3 with a single, hitting .429 in the playoffs. Is Jackman. That one's his pitch, but it goes straight to Rodney Park, who's going to get 2 to second, back to first, and end the side. Good double play by the Moonstars.
Tommy, I think this is your game offensively. I don't think I've reached base yet.
BS.
Coming up in the bottom of the 8th, Rodney Park, Lil Bumpton. Again, I think he'll be told Pepe Benicio.
Now batting number
Facing off
24,
against Winnie Noel. 0 for 2, hitting .267 in the playoffs.
There's Noelle losing a little sneeze there. Noelle's throwing her 80th pitch right here, and she's still got something to it. Goes right back to her to first base for the out. I'm sorry, Pete, I'm talking over you.
Now
That's okay,
batting
that's okay.
Number
I'm pitching,
37,
so
the pitcher.
Lil Bumpton is locked in, but that doesn't matter. They're pulling him, and they're bringing in Elijah Cobbleson, who's not locked in, but is still doing better than Bumpton. Elijah Cobbleson's going to pinch hit for him here. So he's not a pitcher at all, but he's going to come in and do it here. Noelle throws, change up the outside corner there, 1-0 the count. Bumpton is, that one's a little bit low. She's pitching around the corners to Bumpton, who's not a great hitter, but she's still trying to chase something. It looks like he's a patient hitter. 2-0 the count. That one's inside, ball 3. And she's behind the count. She's starting to lose some velocity, is Noelle. That one's high and inside, but he hits it off to the right. Foul ball, 3-1 the count. Bottom of the 8th inning, 3-0 Freebooters. That one's up there. Oh, and that's going to go. Fair ball over to right field. They're going to hold him up at first, though. And that may be all we see of Noelle here, is losing a lot of her velocity.
Number 25.
yeah, I'm having trouble with her accuracy, too.
Yeah, you may want to do is, Venicio's rattled, or Dale Nail is rattled, but still, Pepe Venicio's coming out, and Dale Nail is coming in. All right, that's a good move by the Moonstars. Are they going to stick with Winnie Noelle, or is she going to come off the mound here? She's coming off.
She's going to come out.
They're waving over to the bullpen. She's played a great game, 85 pitches. She's on fire, and she's got them a 3-0 lead right now. I don't know how many hits the Moonstars have, but she's going to walk off, and in comes Grace Lupinovich. Well, I always thought it was Luponovich, but it's Lupinovich. If I could read, she's got a four-finger curveball, changeup, and I guess a cut. I don't even know.
Fastball.
CF, whatever a CF, cut finger fastball. Lupinovich, her first pitch is inside for ball 1. Grace is she's a good reliever. She fools him on that one, low and inside. He swings and doesn't get it. Does Dale Nail? 1-1. We're even in the count here. It's a medium pressure situation. That one's inside. Oh, and it just gets past the second baseman. He's rounding his way towards third, and they're not going to get him. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Hoping to hit a double play here. Rusty Bustum's tense. If they can get him to hit it down the third base side, they can get the double play. Nobody's got speed on the base. Lupinovich has got to be careful, but it's okay because Rusty Bustum's tense. That one's inside, a little bit too inside. 1-0 the count. This is a high-pressure situation here. They want to keep the Moonstars off the board. Lupinovich pitches that one inside. Bustum hits it, but it goes foul. 1-1 the count. He likes that low and inside. He got all of that, but it was a little bit out. Lupinovich throws in there outside. He hits that one pretty hard, too, so he's hitting it hard. But it's 1-2 the count. She can play with him. We'll see what she comes with here. Delivers. That one has got a lot of movement, and he goes for it. Strike 3, 2 outs. They just need one more. Up comes Herbert Hackman. He's 0 for 3, hitting 278, but Herbert is a power hitter. You do not want him to hit one out here and tie the game. That one's high and inside. 0-1 the count. Still a dangerous situation, high-pressure situation for Lupinovich. She brings that one, fools him in there, strike 2. She's quickly 0-2 in the count, so she's got room to wiggle here, Lupinovich. And she's throwing to a power hitter, so she's going to want to put movement on it here. She goes low and inside, and he chases it, strike 3. That's the third time they've left 2-man in the bag, PJ, and they got nothing.
That's right, Tommy. Very good. Elijah Galveston being pulled in favor of Taylor McWales, the relief pitcher. Taylor McWales throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, and a curveball. We're heading into the top of the ninth, Tommy.
We are, PJ.
That's right. Stockton Brickhouse, Murky Nubswubbles, and Bad Hop Brown coming up. Brickhouse 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. Nubswubbles with a home run, Tommy. A home run. 1 for 3. Double RBI for today. Hitting 330. Second base Dale Nail is playing out of position. 2 quick strikes from McWales. Smash up the middle, single.
He was going for that 3-pitch strikeout, wasn't he? Not today.
He was. He wanted it.
Now batting.
He was going to try and announce his
right field.
Murky
his presence
Nubswubbles
with authority.
hitting 2 for 3 and 500 in the playoffs. What? That one's outside. Ball 1 the count to Nubswubbles, who's patient. All of a sudden, Nubswubbles is the man, and he tries to hit that. They're going for the double play, 1 out, but they don't get Nubswubbles at first, who's got a great average in the playoffs.
The third baseman.
That's right, Bad Hop Brown 0 for 3 on the day, but he's hitting 425
Oh no.
in the
Sacrifice bunt. Moves him along.
bunt.
Now batting.
Nubswubbles standing at second. Bad Hop was thrown out at first. Walker Run stepping in.
He's 1 for 3 hitting 444. They just need an outfield single. That one's inside. Outfield single brings home another run there. Nubswubbles. So that one's outside. 1-1 the count. Taylor McWales delivering his 9th pitch. Ooh, and Walker Runs hits that foul. Still 1-2 the count. That one's in there, and he gets it up the middle. And they're going to run him around. And he's going from he decides to hold up at third for some reason. We got to run him from first and third.
Jermaine Raines. Okay, so 2 outs. Men at first and third. Smash. Foul ball. Strike 1. 1-1.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Hit to the second baseman and makes the catch over to first for the 3rd out.
I feel good here, though.
Bottom of the 9th, Tommy. 3-0 Freebooters. Gustafson, Clubber Buff, and Windy Wheels coming in. Lupinovich has thrown 10 pitches, 2 strikes, ERA at 2.7. We could go with K Frequent,
I think we could.
to end the game.
I think we could. And Lupinovich is in there, but it looks like they're going to pull Lupinovich and go for Frequent. Not that Lupinovich is doing bad, but
Now pitching.
but they want to end this one and get a scoreless game, PJ. So Lupinovich, are they going to go? I'm sorry. K Frequent. That's right. They're going to do the substitute.
Frequent with the 2-seam fastball and a screwball.
Right.
Scratching her hinder.
Doesn't have a whole lot going on for her.
No, first one's a strike. Strike 1, bottom of the 9th. Freebooters with a 3-0 lead in game 2 of the semifinals. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Gustafson is in the hole 0-2. Frequent gets him. Swing, strike 3, 1 out.
Boy, I like Frequent.
All right.
Now batting.
Yes.
29.
Doing exactly what a closer's supposed to do, just going right at the batters. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Frequent throwing her 4th pitch. Smash to the third baseman, picks it up, makes the long throw to first for the 2nd out. 2 outs.
Now batting. Number 11.
2 outs. Windy Wheels, center fielder. He's 0 for 3 on the day, hitting 222 in the playoffs. Frequent deals, swing and miss. Strike 1. 0-1. Windy Wheel's been playing center field for the Moonstars. Swing and a miss, strike two. He's in the hole, 0-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. Freebooters with a 3-0 lead.
Oh!
And he watches the third strike go by. That's the game, folks. Freebooters win. Freebooters win. Way to go.
They did about as well as they could, PJ.
Great. You did great. I did not so much. But we kept them off the scoreboard. The Freebooters shut them out. Shut them out.
Not a run by the who would have thought that coming there? The Moonstars have been playing great in the playoffs, but the Freebooters turned them on their heads.
They have, yeah. This was definitely. I think we got to give Winnie Noel the props here. I think it was a pitching battle, and I think Noel came out the winner.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the Moonstars wind up with only 4 hits on the day. Freebooters with 10. Obviously, only 3 crossed the plate, but a 4-hit shutout is not bad.
No, yeah, and I'm saying, I mean, the Freebooters played a good, and they played what's the word? So they played an okay offensive game. I mean, 10 hits is good. 3 runs isn't great. You don't expect to win many games on 3 runs. But yeah, those
conservative.
Those Booters pitchers holding the Moonstars to nothing across the board. Goose eggs all the way down. Only 4 hits in the whole game. That is a pitching mountain climb right there.
That is, and like you said, I think all of the runs came off solo home runs. So there's 7 hits there that really did not amount to anything on the score sheet. But the three home runs are what did it for us. So. I'll take it. I don't care how it happened. I'll take it. You know?
There's one thing you don't realize happened. I mean, the Moonstars only got 2 strikeouts. The Freebooters 12 strikeouts.
12 strikeouts. Yeah.
Didn't even recognize that. Didn't know that was happening as it came.
They completely took the bat out of Rusty Bustam's hands. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
Wow.
You know, so yeah.
He's a formidable hitter.
He is, and Clubber Buff, same thing too. He was 1 with 2 strikeouts. Windy Wheels 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. I mean, really, the offensive power of this of the Moonstar team was completely silenced by the pitching of the Freebooters today.
That was exactly
what a game, Tom.
Exactly what we needed. Exactly when we needed it. Oh boy,
that's it. That's it.
Winning
and
Noel.
Stockton Woodman, who lit the fire under that guy?
Whoever that is. Winnie Noel with the win, like you said, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts for Noel with a 1.50 ERA. She gets the win. Kay Freak win the save. She's all of a sudden like the best closer in the game. She threw 1 inning, 2 strikeouts of the 3 batters she fed. She gets their 2nd save of the season. How about over there on the Moonstars, Pete?
Moonstars, Woodrow gets the loss. She threw 7 1/3. She gave up 7 hits and 3 earned. She only struck out 2, but she gave up 2 home runs, and she's got an ERA of wins, which still isn't too bad. Her record evens up at 1-1. Little Bupton came in for 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, and he's got 2 saves in the playoffs as well. And then Taylor McWales finished off the last inning. He gave up 2 hits. So ultimately, 10 hits. They gave up 10 hits, 3 earned, and then only had 2 strikeouts and gave up 2 home runs. So it's not a bad. I mean, you look at that and you go, that's not horrible. Those aren't horrible numbers for the Moonstars. It's just we had better numbers on the Freebooter side. That's all.
And every night they have a game here in San Diego for the Moonstars. They have a parade going out there in left field, PJ. And as it happens,
yes,
here comes the Freebooters.
I wonder.
What's that?
I wonder if the news has trickled out to the street yet that they lost.
Right. How about those 3 stars of the game? Lead us off.
Well, obviously, number 1 is Winnie Noel, the starting pitcher for the Freebooters. She threw 7 1/3 and tallied 8 strikeouts, Tom.
Wow. Only 3 hits off her in that whole 7 innings.
Yeah.
3 hits in 7 innings. That's formidable. That's
3 hits, 8 strikeouts.
It's all Freebooters in the top 3. Number 2, Sturdy Brickhouse, first base. Sturdy 3 for 4 with a home run, an RBI, and 2 runs. And look who's third.
This is why. I'm telling you, this is why I tell them I can't work with you no more, Tommy. You're going to keep busting my chops.
Who's the third player of the game? Your favorite?
Well, obviously, it's going to be Murky Nubs Wubbles because it's got to be, right? He was 2 for 4 on the day, an RBI, and he scored a run, hit a home run. So Murky Nubs Wubbles, who I personally have been chiding for a while, he shut me up with the long ball. So I'll take it. I'll take it.
I don't
wear
care
it with pride.
if he's been silent all year long. If he comes alive in the playoffs, it's worth it.
That's right. That's right.
So
it's 67 to 33.
You got 3 hits.
I only got 3 hits on it.
You got 3 hits, so you got an RBI. You got 3 strikeouts.
I'll take that.
You got a third of my strikeouts. You did okay.
I did not have a very good game, but I'm glad Tommy bailed me out. He picked us up. He got a first. I think that's your first stolen base, isn't it?
That's what we're here for. I got 2 home runs, Pete. I've got 2 home runs all season. All right. We're going to throw it back here up to the box for the post-game show, which is the lively post-game show. And
it's a happy post-game show.
Yeah, we were looking at eliminating. I got to play every game here. Now, the Booters, again, they still have their back against the wall. This is the second time they're in a situation in the playoffs where it's a must-win, a third time where it's a must-win situation. The Booters got to take 2 in a row against the Moonstars, which is not an easy feat, but they're 1 win away from the finals.
Yes, sir, and they're coming back to Viejo. So they're coming back to the home crowd. Angel Verde, whose last time up was a losing effort, and Slip Sauter, who we haven't seen before, but again, if you look at his numbers, he's 0 for 1 in the playoffs with a 12.46 ERA.
Well,
so he does not look like he had a good outing his first time out in the playoffs either.
Oh yeah, both pitchers are looking to redeem themselves, so I think you're going to get good pitching from both Slip and Angel, or Angel. But either way, the thing that the Booters got it going against them, the Moonstars have played well on the road. So again, the Booters, the key is going to be key in that last game. They're going to have to get out in front early, which they did in this game. But they're going to have to get there first.
They're going to have to put some runs on in the first inning and then force the Moonstars to play from behind as soon as they possibly can. So you're right. The Moonstars have been, you look back at the Blowfish, the series with the Blowfish, and the Blowfish being the first seed, obviously they had home field. And if you look at it, the Moonstars won the first game, lost the second game, and then won the third game. So they won the games on the road but lost at home. So they are a traveling team. So definitely going to be difficult when we come back to Viejo, but I like our chances. Like I said, with the first game of this series was a little bit sloppy, and I think it tightened up. I think we saw a really good pitching effort by Winnie Noel. Hopefully we'll see the same from Verde. Just got to go ahead.
I was gonna say I like the Booters' chances, though. I mean, I think maybe the thing, they know the Moonstars are coming to play in this last game. And it's so they're not gonna be back, and they're not gonna be overconfident in this one. I mean, they'll be confident enough to know that they've won 3 out of 4 meetings with this team, so they know they can beat them. But they know the Moonstars are a caged animal right now. They're gonna play their best game tomorrow, and they're gonna need that pitching again. They're gonna need that fielding. They're gonna need the smart base running, and I'm confident they're gonna show up to play, Pete. I'm gonna go right out here and guess we're gonna make it to the finals, Pete.
I think so. I like our chances. I agree with you. I think that we've seen a much tighter game this time around, and we were able to play some small. We were able to keep it really tight game. It was edge of your seat the whole way through because, as you pointed out several times, they never had really such a huge lead that the Moonstars couldn't come back. So, but Freebooters showed they can play tight baseball. So I think that's a good sign. I'm looking forward to getting back to Viejo.
Yeah, it'll be nice to get back to Florida. And the Booters, like you said, they got some hits there, and they got some hitting confidence. So hopefully they get into that next game, and they're ready to take that ball on the field. Looking forward to it. We're going to see you back in Florida pretty shortly here for Game 3 of this series. They're going to go the whole route, every game they're going to play. They're going to play 3 games. There's no sweeps. So we'll see you back at El Viejo for the next game. This is Tommy G.
And PJ.
Saying.
We're saying Get out of here.
All right. Bye, folks.